Sorry for the mix-up, folks. I can't do 2472 since it'll be too long, and I won't be able to upload to YouTube for some reason. And also, my favorite locomotives is going to go back to the original film that I began with, Trains in Action. And that's how my favorite locomotives name is going to be again for the rest of the time, and also my other videos. So, sit back and relax, and you'll see what the show is about this time. Sit back and relax and watch Trains in Action and my locomotive that you're going to see right now. .5629 was built by Elco for the Grand Trunk Western and bought by Richard Jensen and was used for an excursion service. And the locomotive did an excursion service through Chicago and different places around the states where the locomotive would do excursion service. The locomotive will operate for a few years doing excursion service on railways, and the locomotive will be really successful. 5629 was mostly used on the slick circus train that the locomotive did. The locomotive will operate more excursion service by Richard Jensen until finally, and also doing more excursions in Chicago, Illinois. In Chicago, mostly. The locomotive would then be successful in doing excursion service, and the locomotive would be really successful by Richard Jensen. The 1970s was a dark time for 5629, as Richard Jensen broke his back during a refrigerator incident and would no longer be able to run 5629 to excursion service. Due to that, the locomotive would be put in the yard and would sit there for many years, but still had some paint. On the first day he sent the locomotive, it still had its connecting rods. The bell was already hanging until rust began happening, and the bell wasn't hanging, and Metro bought the yard and said if he could move the locomotive. But then Metro and Jensen got into a big argument, and Metro said if he doesn't move the locomotive at the time they said, they will scrap the locomotive. Sadly, when the locomotive was still not off their property, the locomotive began as an original excursion engine to a ball of scrap, as Metro hired people to scrap the locomotive. Jensen was disgusted of all the things he'd been through, and sadly by September 3rd, he passed away in 1991. Rail fans could just watch a once-used excursion engine to dust. I want to restore 5629, and I want it to be operational once again. But if it doesn't happen, memories of 5629 will come back soon, hopefully in its future.